Open your mouth. Spread your legs. Clear. Let's go. What up, what up? You already know it's your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome to Dog in the Yard. Today we got Andrea Giovino in the building. For those that don't know, Get Gotti on Netflix. Shit is popping. I mean, the #1 show on Netflix and all that. She's here today. We taking that walk. She gonna talk about obviously the underworld, her lifestyle, what she went through, how was it, being affiliated down with the mob and able to raise kids and do what she did. You know what I'm saying? She definitely wasn't home cooking no pasta and spaghettis. And with that being said, you already know it's your boy Pistol Pete, Dog in the Yard. What up, what up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard. And today we got a special edition. We got Andrea G in the building, the original OG, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about that mob shit and all that, then she's the one. Let's get it straight. And with that being said, I want to humbly, thank you so much for being on my show. I appreciate you.
Of course, it's a pleasure.
How you been?
Good. Busy with the show.
You've been moving around.
A lot of podcasts. The show is running #1, 42 countries.
Great.
But, with that comes a lot of negativity too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a genre with a lot of men.
Right.
And
are they picking on you or something? Because you got the
I'm
connect
holding my own.
You got the connect on this side.
I'm holding my own.
You know what I'm saying? You got the underground for real on this side. You got the trenches on this side.
I know. I'm holding my own.
Okay,
I'm going into an arena. I'm the only female there, but I'll do it.
That's right. I mean, I know you're a strong woman.
Absolutely.
And we all know that, and they know that.
They all know it.
That's what I'm saying. So they can't break you. So you keep doing your thing.
I keep doing me.
So you've been busy a lot, huh?
Busy, a lot of podcasts. You have a lot of stuff coming, a lot of things. Yep.
That's good.
Good,
I'm
good.
happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. I want to talk a little bit about your upbringing. Where you originally from? Where you come from?
I come from Brooklyn. I was raised in Brooklyn. I come from a lot of poverty, poor, very poor, 10 kids. We were street kids. We had to actually steal food to eat, to survive. And when I say, really tough area, everybody was, killers, shooters. My brother did 15 years, just the way of the streets was the way of survival. Especially when you have nothing, you strive to do better by going into the criminal element. And for me, learning that and seeing that as I grew up, I became a criminal myself. So I was, at one point I was married to a very wealthy businessman when I was 25, and I got a really good settlement from the divorce. And then I put money out on the streets to drug dealers, big drug dealers, and was getting like 3% back.
Okay.
And learned how to maneuver in a world with all men.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Shit.
so I have a lot of stuff going on.
That's good stuff.
A lot of speaking engagements.
Great. That's good.
So yeah, there's just like with the show. I mean, did a lot of positive things like before Netflix came out, like a lot of TV and all different types of shows. But I think that growing up in the streets, it's a way of survival. Like, we had the mindset, kill or be killed. That's just basically how it was. Kill or be killed. We would sit around the round table in, my mom's house where if you think there's a threat in the street, and my mom was really like hardcore gangster, like really hardcore.
That makes two of us. My mom's a cold hard.
Yeah.
She's a gangster too.
Like just really like, don't come in this house, don't come here, don't tell me, you go out and do what you have to do.
True.
And so with that, when you raise a kid like that, I am a female, but you have that tiger instinct, like, nobody's going to take me down. I'm going to fight to the end. And I think that, it led me into a path of picking all the wrong men in life. You know, every man I picked were criminals, you know, except the one that was a legal businessman, but he was boring to me because I was used to street people.
Some girls are attracted to bad guys.
Absolutely. And I was, you know, I was comfortable with them. You know, I knew the language. I wasn't afraid. You know, I didn't want to go.
It felt so real.
Yeah. And I think that you don't want to go, for me, I didn't want to go with a regular, normal Joe because I didn't fit in there. I felt like I fit in with street guys because that's what my comfort zone was. That's all I knew.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Because I have, you know, I get it. I have, you know, 6 baby mothers, and they all like,
you know.
they all like guys like me. They don't want the guy that's gonna go to, you know, nice kid, you know.
They like you keeping them on their toes.
Yeah.
They do.
It's crazy. So
yeah.
I guess it is what it is.
But then it comes with a lot of headaches too.
Super headaches.
Then it comes with a lot of headaches.
Very dysfunctional relationship.
Very dysfunctional.
Oh my God. I get it, trust me. But how you manage to you know, to deal with the being involved with the mob and manage to work with them and have kids and be a mother.
Well, when it was me, I mean, really, my husband was incarcerated, so I had to be out on the streets, and I was out on the streets, and there were times where, you know, they didn't want to pay, you know, like say they owed me money and they didn't want to pay, and then I actually I had like a crew behind me also.
Okay.
And had, you know, made a call. These guys wants to jerk around. He don't want to pay me the money. Go, I would say, literally, I gave instructions. Go break his fucking head. I don't care if you go in his house. I don't care if you tie up his wife and his kids, but get my fucking money because that's where it's going to be. I'm not going to have them rip me off. And, you know, so that's kind of.
It was about your business.
I was about my business. And you in the streets, you can't let anybody rip you off not for $1. Because even if it's for $1, they think they're getting over on you. And then you get, if there's no consequence, you look like you're weak. You let them get over. It's very tough when you're in that business with all men. You have to know you have somebody behind you that has your back, and that's going to go if someone doesn't pay up. There's going to be a consequence. We'll come knock on your door. We'll see what you're going to say, but you're not going to get away with it. So, you know.
So how you did all that, but still managed to be a mom, like and be.
And I'm a good mom. I mean,
right.
my kids are here. I mean, I'm a great mom.
I
mean, my kids are like, you know, like your mom raised you. She's hardcore. Right. My kids are hardcore.
Yeah.
My kids are hardcore.
We just a tough family. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, my kids. I have 3 adult sons.
We come from different worlds, but believe me,
it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same. It's a mama bear.
Same struggle, same shit.
Right. Same struggle. My kids grew up.
Same goals. You know,
You know, with me raising them, and all my sons are like survivors. You know, they'll all get out there and do whatever they have to do.
Absolutely.
I don't really worry about them in any situation that comes their way because I know they could all handle themselves.
Right.
They were raised by me, so
That's right.
you know.
That's right.
You know.
That's what I'm talking about. You get a clap.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, come on now, y'all too quiet around here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, I think that, you know, one thing I taught all my kids is that, which John Gotti taught me this, and I say this, John Gotti taught me this and it stayed in my head. Even if you have a beef with somebody or there's an incident going on, you don't ever let anybody know what you're thinking, ever. Because if you let them know what you're thinking, they have an edge on you. So.
Okay. That's just stick with you. Use that, and you carry that.
I carry that with me. I keep my circle small. I don't trust a lot of people.
Which is a good thing.
I taught my boys this also. Go by your instincts. If something doesn't feel right and you're in a room and it don't feel right, trust your instincts.
Absolutely.
Don't ever deny your instincts because that's telling you something's not right here. You bet your ass it's not right. That's like your animal instinct. So, you know, there's a lot of things you learn in the streets, as you know, to survive. And you have to be aware of all that because there's always somebody other that's going to look to try to take you down, or somebody's going to look to take your corner, somebody's going to take. So you got to be on top of your game.
That is a fucking fact. That is the truth. I know you've been, saying your story and been saying it for a while, and it seems like a lot of these mobsters are having issues with believing your story.
I think that, yeah, and I addressed that in one of my podcasts. I think that there's a lot of because that era, that certain people that didn't know me are trying to like question my credibility of my relationship with John Gotti. But then there are people that know me very well that are doing 34 years in prison that know I had a very close relationship with John. I'm going to have somebody even coming on my show in the next couple of weeks that did 34 years in prison and knows the deal, the real deal. But then again, when I cleared the air, I said all this person needed to do, because he tried to discredit me about the show, all he needed to do was call up Bruce Cutler, John Gotti's attorney, call up Bettina Shine, which was just recently at my premiere party, and they would vouch to say she was around Gotti all the time.
Fact, yeah.
This is a fact. I mean, Gotti gave her the name Rocky. Gotti's words were...
Hey, why we announce you like Rocky, man? This is Rocky in the building, man.
Gotti's words were...
That's crazy.
She's got more bulls than some of the guys that are around me. Right out of Gotti's mouth. So to have somebody come and try to discredit me, no, I'm going to bring the facts to the table.
That's right.
Like the lady I am, prove that you are wrong. And you shouldn't have had an opinion on me until you did your homework.
Absolutely.
And,
we're living in a whole different era. People talk about you, try to slander your name.
Yeah.
Just like it's nothing. It's like throwing this over there.
Exactly.
They do that like that.
Yeah.
We're living in that because we all go through that.
Exactly.
Trust me, that you're not the only person that... I don't usually get a lot of it, people, because I'm really outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people really watch it, and it's really nothing to really. But you just find one or two people that will always try to like discredit you or say some.
I think a lot of it is jealousy, and I think it was an era of like, big shotism. I don't want her in the street.
Absolutely.
Why don't you be like, well, maybe I didn't go in the kitchen and cook ravioli.
A lot of these monsters might just feel intimidated.
They're intimidated,
they're
right?
Like, oh shit, she's speaking the truth.
Exactly.
And she's, they're like,
they know, they know that. I mean, they know it. I just think, he made like, I never heard of her. I don't know who she is. Really? I've been on every show there is. What do you think these shows that I've been on, 60 Minutes, Barbara Walters, they didn't credit check me?
So how was it working with Gotti and having him as a friend?
Well, I didn't work with him on any illegal stuff like that. I wasn't like his associate. I was a friend of his. I met him because I was dating somebody that was in his crew.
Okay.
And actually Mark Ryder, he's in for 34 years. They're actually doing, whether he's in or out, they want to do a documentary on him and a series about him called The King of New York. He was one of the biggest heroin dealers in New York in the 80s. He had Harlem and the Bronx and everything locked up.
Wow.
So I was with Mark Ryder. Mark Ryder was close to John Gotti, and that's how I met John Gotti.
Okay.
He's in Allenwood Federal Prison right now.
Coming home soon?
We should know in a couple of weeks. He actually just told me that they put him in a program where it's like getting him ready to be released, like how it would be on the outside. So that's good because
that's good.
That's good. And 30 years is considered life. He's in 34 years, and all his co-defendants already had gotten out several years ago. So he's up for getting out.
That's great, man. That's great news.
Yeah, because the law.
Hopefully, you gotta get him on Dog in the Yard sometime.
Oh yeah, he will do it. He's gonna be the only person in that era of like say the Gambino crime family and stuff that will do a podcast.
Okay.
And he definitely wants to tell his story because he's so pissed off that all these government informers, every one of them have podcasts and they come out and they tell lies and there's nobody in that genre.
Yeah, nobody that's real that's going to represent for the real.
But that's why they're threatened by me now.
Yeah,
that's exactly why they're threatened. Because
right.
I still, my ear is still in the streets. I still have a lot of people in the street.
Right.
And I'm hearing a lot of things
right.
and they don't want me saying it. So they're trying to discredit me. But I cleared the ear, as far as clearing it up, I did tonight.
They hate the truth.
No, they hate the truth.
Especially
and you know what it is? They have that big ego.
Yeah, of course.
Big shotism.
Yeah.
Like, who is she? Some woman? She should be making ravioli. I don't make ravioli.
Yeah.
We sat around tables talking about murders. That's what we did. So.
You can't knock the real.
No.
So because I definitely, after seeing a couple interviews, they really try to I'm like.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm like, shit.
Really?
Man,
you really don't know who I am? I was in the show. First, he discredited himself by saying, well, I watched every Gotti, every Gotti show. Well, you watched Gotti and Son on A&E because I was in that one. Did you watch Mafia Killers? Because I was in that one. So where are you coming up with you never heard of me? You could actually see, in his face, the way he's talking, like how he's trying to.
He's just jealous, that's all.
Yeah, because I got all the notoriety.
Because Rocky was in the building.
Yeah, Rocky.
Rocky was so being with Gotti, him respecting you and all that. How was that? I mean, like when because Gotti's he became even bigger once he was passed away.
Yes. Yes. People really did respect him. People really did fear him. I mean, he was your, he didn't really give a fuck about anything. He was going to get to the top no matter what. He was going to run that family no matter what.
He was on his gangster shit.
He didn't care about Paulie Castellano being the boss. I mean, that was unheard of to go kill a mob boss. You just don't do that. All the other 5 families were like, what? Like, it's just unheard of. But he didn't care.
Did your brother ever feel any kind of way? Because you was, with Gotti and them, and how your
my brother more or less, he didn't really want to be tied into them. My brother was like a wild, like nobody was telling him what to do. Like he's going to do his own thing. He didn't want no mobster. Like he was crazy himself. So I think that, my whole background, even my older brother, they were all street guys. Very much in the streets.
Yeah. So they just hold their own and all.
They hold their own, and a lot of
and they respect.
Yeah, a lot of street guys know that, right? They know that, and they know you're making your own money. You're holding your own, and they know if you have to go whack somebody, they're going to do it, and they don't want no problem with somebody like that. They let them do their thing, and we don't need that. But you know what? They're doing their own thing. They usually go and hurt people or kill people more or less. It's for money, it's territory. That's always over that. It's always over money.
It's over money.
It's always over money, always.
Well, at least it was about money. Nowadays, we live in an era where gang members is killing each other over blocks and no money.
Wow.
So shit is crazy.
That's actually sad.
It's sad as hell.
It's very sad.
To say that.
It's a horrible life. It really is. It's not a good life. I mean, it's not a good life. It's not. A lot of people do, like, I guess because they want to know about it and, intrigued about it, and especially around the world. But the families suffer.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of them, it's either they go to jail for life or they're dead, So where is the positive? A lot of them just have a really fast run. Like Mark Ryder had a fast run. He was called the King of New York. He had everybody locked up. Nicky Barnes had to go to him. Nicky Barnes actually cooperated on him. So,
The original king, that's the real King of New York.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I think that it doesn't bring anything positive to the table. I mean, like, yeah, you have a quick run. Yeah, you're living larger than life. But look at where you're living now. You're in a box, 34 years, and you lost your life.
Let me see what else. Wanted to so you have siblings?
Oh yeah, I come from a family of 10. I'm one of 10, and that's why I said we grew up very, very poor. But a lot of them were arrested. A lot of them had their own issues.
Like how your family felt. You running around. With Gotti and all
Oh, they
that,
were too. I mean, like my sister was with most of my sisters married street guys. Like my family was all involved in that.
Right.
A lot of them were in the streets. Like they weren't with normal guys. Not where we came from. That's like everybody was Italian and somebody was connected. They were all connected to somebody. So
I got you.
That's basically how it was, especially when we
So
grew
now
up.
you're out here doing great things.
I'm doing great things. I always try to help people if I can. I like to empower women. I like to teach women also the red flags of these types of personalities, not to get involved with, because it's a heartache.
Right.
It's not going to be anything good. It's not going to bring anything productive to you. It's going to bring heartache to you and to your children. So I do try to empower and help women to develop.
I think you are. I think women should look up and be like, look at her. She's a strong woman.
Yeah.
Been through some shit.
I've been through
you know
a
what I'm
lot of
saying?
shit.
Been
Yeah.
through a lot. Was there with a lot of, real mob, real gangsters.
Yep.
And she's here to tell her story. I just think that instead of them people out there criticizing your story and try to bring you down and discredit you, they should just
Be proud of me.
They should uplift you, because if nobody, just because you did what you did, you doing what you doing, you out here, you speaking the truth. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
they should. I just feel like
You don't do that.
It's not really cool. I just think that you should keep doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that your story and your voice and everything, your energy is great, and I think it should bring a lot of awareness, especially to a lot of young females out there.
100%.
that get involved with guys, because it's the same grind, just that's but in the street world and in the trenches where I come from, like I said, girls get attached to guys that they out there, the shooter. The one that's getting the money, the one that's, and they want the
Because
gangster.
they think that that's the better life, but it's really not the better life. It's that you have to, because if you depend on someone else, I will guarantee you will be disappointed. You have to depend on yourself.
Of course.
And you have to, so I think, a lot of times the women strive for the guy to try to save them and help them and give them a better life. But if they just developed to whatever passion they're good at, then they would be fine themselves.
Absolutely, you're right.
So,
So I felt like I usually do, my show is a whole different type of show. I interview guys that did 30, 40 years, 50 years, 26 years, guys that spend the box half of his time and they're home now, because a lot of guys is coming home now.
Right.
When I heard
because the
about
laws have changed.
the laws
So
have
that's,
changed,
yeah,
which is
exactly.
great.
Which is good.
Which is good, because a lot of guys deserve to be home.
Right.
I think that,
That's a lot of years.
giving guys life for drugs and all
That's
that.
a lot of
and
years.
them, you have a pedophile, rape 13 girls and
And then
all that.
he's let out.
He's getting 7 years and some
Right.
and some shit is crazy to me.
I
You know what I'm
know.
saying? So so it feels good to have a bunch of good people come home.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody should get a second chance.
Everybody should get a
Except
second
those
chance.
that have really issues that they go out raping people and all that.
Oh, yeah, or
we got to make that clear. We
Yeah.
don't think that they should be out.
No.
I
Well,
think that
anybody
they
that
should be
hurts-
getting some help.
Anybody that hurts children, I love
like that.
children like that to me.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't be on the streets.
So my how you call it? So yeah, I usually don't do like shows like this where I have from a whole different world. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And different perspective,
and
different view,
of course.
different view.
So it's an honor to have you. I'm saying
Oh,
to you.
thank you.
And I
Thank you,
appreciate
Pete.
you coming to my show.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I know that we're gonna probably be doing things
Right.
later on in the future, because it's about putting great people together and doing great things together.
Yeah, and I love to
and
lift
real
people up.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? People that you can actually sit
And
down.
real recognizes real.
That's what I'm saying, with morals and principles,
Right.
and all that.
Exactly.
Because this is what's all about. You know what I'm saying? I know it took for you to be around that and get the respect. It took a lot of morals. You got to live with all the morals and principles. Being down with being around the mob and being part of that world. That's what it's all about. Respect,
Yeah.
morals, and principles. Correct?
100%. 100%. It's like staying in the laws of the parameters of what you're accustomed to, knowing that if you're hearing conversations, you don't repeat that,
Absolutely.
knowing that your circle stays small. There's a lot of rules within that whole lifestyle.
I'm telling you, I give it to you. You was around it. You survived it.
I survived it.
And you was able to raise your kids.
Absolutely.
I heard you're a good, beautiful great grandma.
I'm a great,
You know what I'm saying?
my
You love your
grandkids and my love.
grandkids.
Yeah, that's my whole life is
That's
my grandkids.
I bet. Trust me, my
Yeah.
mom's.
That's
I
my
know.
life is my kids and my grandkids.
So and you're doing great things.
I'm doing
I
good
wanna,
things.
and like I said, Don't let these guys, they let them bully somebody else.
Yeah, not bullying
You know what I'm
me.
saying? They can't bully you. You're too strong, and you're gonna continue spreading the word, and you're gonna continue spreading your story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the truth. I'm gonna tell you, I've learned this the hard way. I used to be like, damn, even if you don't have the money, but the truth and you being real,
Right.
it'll get you far.
Exactly.
It'll get you so far.
Exactly.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
people can see that.
Because you coming anywhere, you can walk up in the room and it could be full of men.
Right.
But when you walk in and they see Andrea G coming through, like they'll be like, yo, she's that shit. Because you got to respect.
Right.
When something is real, you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I demand that.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't let,
And that's why you here, Dog in the Yard, because you real, we mess with you, we fuck with you, and we love you up here. So, you know what I mean?
thank you,
So we're
thank
going to
you.
continue to encourage, keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? We're here to support you. And with that being said, man, you stay blessed, and
And
like I
bless
said,
you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me on.
Dog in the Yard, appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right? That's what
Thank
it
you,
is.
guys.
You already know, Dog in the Yard, your boy Pistol P, Angela G. What up?
Here we go.
What up? You already know it's your boy Pistol P. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard. First and foremost, I want to thank my sister, good friend. Family. I love her. Her energy is great. Andrea Giovino. You know what I'm saying? Get Gotti. Top documentary on Netflix. You know what I mean? I want to just thank you so much for coming through. You know what I'm saying? And sitting down, having that chat with your boy Pistol. And with that being said, keep doing your thing, sister. We here for you. This platform is here for you. And that's how we going to do it, man. You already know. Your boy Pistol P, Dog in the Yard.
See a op and we slide, nigga. We the live in Southside, nigga. We the live in Southside, nigga. We the guys, nigga. You dumping or you dipping?